welcome back to my channel. My name is Chanel and I'm here to talk about makeup for beginners. So this is going to be a video dedicated to those people who are just getting into makeup and you're looking at all the products and you're overwhelmed about what to get, what not to get. So I'm going to be telling you the things that you should splurge on. And these are just recommendations that I feel like are worth the splurge. So the first product that I'm going to discuss is the Beauty Blender. So this is what a Beauty Blender looks like. It is a sponge and applicator for makeup. So a Beauty Blender is what's going to help you blend your makeup. It's going to help you distribute product. It's going to help you do a bunch of different things easier. So when you're learning makeup, you're thinking about, okay, how do I blend? How do I blend well? And you know, over time, your blending skills get better and better and better. And a Beauty Blender is a part of that bettering process. It's a way for you to blend your foundation with fused products together, like your powder, your foundation, your concealer, your highlight, all those different things. But you also can distribute product and share out different products that are a little too cakey. A Beauty Blender actually works in the favor of more of a newer person when getting involved in makeup, because it just makes it easier for you. Like I said, it does the work, but a Beauty Blender is a way for you to improve and to self-check yourself. So this Beauty Blender is $20, but like I said, this is a video about things that are high-end, that are worth the money. And like I said, this for beginners is definitely worth the money. You will want to save your money and buy this Beauty Blender. I'm not saying that when you first start makeup that you need to save your money and buy a Beauty Blender, but at the point in which you want to indulge yourself into more higher end products, this is one of the things that you want to get for yourself. Like I said, it's definitely worth the $20. You won't be disappointed, as long as you're not one of the people who loses stuff like this. But I mean, that's a personal problem. It's not really nothing you can do. So the next thing I'm going to talk about primers. So a high-end primer that I swear by and I love is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. So it's the clear one. I have just this one. There are a bunch of different ones. They have like the purple one and the green one, I think for color corrector or whatever the case is. But this one, I think it's worth the money. I've never been a primer person. When I first got into makeup, I don't think that a primer is completely necessary when you're just indulging. But when you're looking for things to last, when you're looking for that particular look, primers come into play. So the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer is definitely worth the money because it's a silicone base, and what that means is the material of it is very silky, it's very smoothing, and it's pore filling. So you know those tiny bumps when you have HD photo and you see that you have these bumps somewhere, or you're like, oh, what's that? Or a blemish that you want to cover up without putting a bunch of concealer on that one spot. This comes in handy. This gives you a blur. It's like the dog filter from Snapchat, the flower crown filter from Snapchat on your face in real life. And that's no exaggeration. I use this on days where I don't wear makeup. If I just do my brows or something, I'll put this on my face without covering it with any foundation or concealer or anything, and it will blur, instantly take away that look or that surface texture that I have from the human eye. It's in real time. This is one of the things that is not gimmicky. The Photo Finish Primer is definitely worth the money, and this is a sample. This is not even the real size. The real size is a bit larger. This was like $16. This is a high-end product, $16. But this is this small, and I had this since maybe, I brought this the summer of 2017, maybe summer 2017. It's 2019, and I use this all the time, and I still have a hell of a lot left, like not just in performance but in product amount. This will last you forever, yeah. So yeah, that is another product that is worth the money. Another product that I love, a primer primer. It's the BECCA Evermatte primer. So I discovered this pretty late, around like 2017 as well. I picked this up, and this is the full product size. It's pretty big for a primer. A primer is something you're going to use the tiniest bit amount of. This is also a pore filling primer, but it's more of a oil control primer. So this is marketed towards oily skin. This is more marketed as oil control, but it's also a pore filling. So it's the same consistency and feel of this Smashbox one, but this primer also, in conjunction of filling your pores, controls your oil. It keeps them at bay. No product that you ever use when you use powder, foundation, primer, any of those things is going to completely stop your oil when you're oily. If you're truly oily, it's not going to stop it. It's going to come eventually. But this keeps it at bay for the most part. It gets the product to stick, the foundation to stick to the skin. It also, like I said, fills in pores. It's not as blurring as the photo finish, but it does do a little something, and it keeps the oils at bay. Sometimes I use this when I'm just shiny and I'm not wearing makeup. I'll just put a bit of that on, and it's completely like, it'll dull down that shine. So it does work, and it doesn't make you look ashy if you're not wearing a whole bunch of foundation over top of it. That's why I love these two the most, because I have other primers that work really well and I think are worth the money. But for beginners, you're not always going to put on that full face. You're not always going to want to, put the work in to blend and contour and all that stuff. And these primers work for your skin, not just when it's wearing makeup. You know what I mean? So, yeah, definitely worth it. So the one foundation, well, I have 3 foundations. The first foundation that I think is really affordable for high end, and it's worth you to save your money, is the Fenty Pro Filt'r foundation. And I say that this is worth the money because you can share this foundation out. You can make it more built up and more full coverage, and it does not get cakey. This foundation, people say it dries down darker. That's not what it's doing. It's melting into the skin, and the foundation blends to your undertone. So I love that she has a wide range, in fact, of foundation. She has a good range for everybody to pick something to figure out what works for them, what doesn't. And she came out with 40, and then she added 10 more shades as well. This is definitely worth the money, if not just to support a person who cares about people of color, but also because the product is bomb. It lasts for hours. It doesn't budge. It doesn't rub off your face, and it dries down dry. So it's not still tacky when it's done. When it settles, it's not still wet or sticky. You can lay on surfaces, and it will not rub off. So the next foundation I'm going to talk about is the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation. So it looks like this. It's a really nice packaging. It's so pretty, and it's a triangle shape. So when you twist it up, it looks like this. It's a triangle shape, and I'll do a close-up on it. But this was one of the stick foundations on high end. I had never tried Hourglass before this foundation came out. They had a great range of complexions and skin tones for this foundation. Not as extensive as Fenty, but this is before. And the formula is so good because I have oily skin. But the thing about it is, this works for oily skin and dry skin and combination, all those different things. It doesn't adhere to flakes and texture on your skin. It glides right over that. It definitely, this triangle shape is perfect to get into places like your under eye. And she has enough shades for darker skinned women to, contour and highlight with the same foundation with different colors. So I really love how this foundation feels, and it's one of my most natural looking. It's definitely more of a satin finish, a more skin-like finish, and it sticks, so it's more creamy. This is just worth it. Like, it's worth the money. So I have this in the color chestnut for reference, but yeah, this is a great foundation for beginners if you're looking to splurge and figure out what to drop your coins on inside the makeup store. So this is one. And my last foundation that I have is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation. So this is the stick foundation here. It comes with the top like this, and it's very cute packaging. It says the Anastasia logo on the front there, and it has the color at the bottom. This is in the color Truffle, and this foundation is amazing. Like, this is my most, the most natural foundation that I have, the best color matching foundation that I have. Fenty, like I said, knock it out of the park with the different ranges. But this matches my undertone and my actual pigment the best. Like, Truffle is like a deciding factor for me. Like, it has that neutral golden undertone, but at the same time, it has that same skin texture, skin pigment that I have on like my top layer. So it just matches me the best. It's what I'm wearing today, and it looks really natural. I only, you know, put a little under my eyes, and that was it. I didn't, I used it as a concealer today, so I didn't really do a lot of makeup or anything like that. And it looks amazing on the skin. It definitely just goes, and it just looks so much like skin. You can build it up or sheer it out. Yeah, this is the cheapest higher end foundation at Sephora, I think. This is only $25. This is not bad. Like, a $25 is like, okay, I can just go and, you know, purchase this. And they have a good range of colors and undertones, especially for dark skin. Anastasia is really, like, you know, one of those brands that I do look to when I'm looking for, you know, contour and complexion products, because she definitely reps for, you know, women of color when it comes to her products. So yeah, that was the last foundation. And in order of, you know, how we do our makeup, the next thing that I have is translucent powder. Translucent powder is the Mercier, so I have two here. These are $38 a piece. That is a lot of money, I know. I went and the first one before Deep came out was just the regular translucent. This is the most translucent powder you can get for dark skin that is not going to make you ashy. It does not come off on camera or in person. In photos, there's no flashback. You can use a lot of this powder, you can bake with it, and it's not going to play you when you go and look at the pictures. You're not going to look crazy. Like, that's for one. And for two, it keeps oils at bay. It definitely works with oil control, but it also looks like skin. It doesn't look cakey when you add the product. It even kind of gives you a blurring effect when you use it. Like, I can sit up here and use, you know, concealer and primer with a blurring effect, but then if I just put, sometimes I even just put translucent powder under my eye with no product over top of it and just a primer, and it gives me that lifted blurred effect, especially when I use the color Deep. So first she came out with the color translucent, that's just the regular one, and then she has a more radiant one, which is like more of a, has reflex in it, that's more for like a glowy person. But Deep was the second one she came out with, and it just elevated this one. Like, sometimes I still just use this one, you know, for the regular T-zone or whatever, but Deep, you can use it to set your foundation and set your under eye without it taking away the highlightedness of your under eye when you're, you know, highlighting with your concealer, and it doesn't dull down or make your face ashy if you set your foundation with it or your contour with it or whatever. It is a perfect medium, so it's tinted, but it leaves no cast, if that makes sense. And if you go to the sample section, when you go to pay for your stuff in Sephora, you can definitely, it's called the sample packaging, and I think they just have this one. I'm not sure if they have Deep, but in sample, but it's like $20 for the sample, and like, you're gonna use it and use it up, and you're like, dang, like, I need to go just pay the $38. I might as well just pay the $38. Like, it's that worth it. Like, it's going to elevate your makeup for one, and it's also going to just, like, you just going to get in the habit of the way it looks. You're not going to want to go back to the other products. Like, it's definitely worth it. And my very, very, very last product that I want to talk about, baby, eyeshadow is something that new makeup enthusiasts are scared to get into. One, you don't know what to buy. You don't know what's a good eyeshadow or a bad eyeshadow. You don't know what's worth your money. Like, it's just hard to decide and figure out. But listen, the ABH Modern Renaissance palette is the best palette to buy. This is a fact. This is what the palette looks like. I'm going to put a picture up of like a better looking packaging, but it's velvet here and it has white words. So when you buy it, it's brand new. It gets dirty very easily, as you can see. But when you buy it brand new, it just feels luxurious. The experience of buying it is just bomb. But then you look at the colors. Look at these colors. Look at these colors. For the average person, this is the most versatile palette you can buy. This palette is $42. Now hear me out. There are, let me see, 14 eyeshadows in this palette. I'm just hitting pan on this one, right? You see, I'm just hitting pan here. But I've had this palette since it came out. So I'm gonna put the year it came out, it's 2019, and I haven't hit pan on any of these palettes. All of my tutorials and stuff, I've definitely used this palette several times. I've used it, I don't wear makeup every day, but when I do, I'm using this palette 9 times out of 10. And I still haven't gotten rid of, this is my first one. I haven't had to re-up on this product. This is a permanent product. This is a bomb-ass eyeshadow. It's the best meeting ground between pigment and blendability. So what that means is when you're getting into eyeshadow, even if you're a beginner, you're not going to overdo it. $42, you need to save your money if you want to go buy this product. This is working for dark of the dark to the lightest of the light. I don't need a primer or like a concealer that's 20 times lighter than my skin tone to make these pop. These pop on their own. Like, Anastasia came out with a bunch of different palettes. I haven't bought any of them except for this one because this was the first one, right? This is the first one. And she came out with more, and I'm like, I don't need that because, well, it's like, oh, that one purple or that one blue. That's cool, but I can just go buy that one purple or that one blue. Anastasia sells her eyeshadows individually, so you can add to this if you feel like you really need to, but you have your everyday and pop a color in this one thing. Like, you don't need anything else. There is, for the regular person, you can definitely see what goes together, what doesn't go together, and literally from here to there, look at the catty corner. These are cohesive, the dark brown and the light brown. Then you have this orange here, and then you have the taupe next to it. But then the colors that are on this side don't only go with the colors on this side, the colors go with these colors on that side. You can mix and match these entire palette, and that's what makes this the best palette ever, and it's just so worth it. And the best part about indulging in all this makeup, you can use makeup. This is the difference between drugstore and high-end. You can use some of this makeup, don't use it all up and then try to take it back. But you can use this makeup if you don't like it, if it gave you a bad reaction. You don't even have to have a real reason. You can just like, oh, I don't want this anymore, I changed my mind. And Sephora will give you a full refund. And if it's past a certain amount of time, you can just get store credit and buy something different. Like, they take back open stuff, used stuff, all that stuff. So that's the luxury of buying high-end. So for people who are, you know, new to makeup and just trying to understand certain things and just, you know, just looking to indulge and just figure shit out, these are the products that I recommend that are worth you spending your money, worth your allowance that you saved up for. But these are the things that are not even currently popular that I'm talking about, and I'm talking about them for a reason. Your favorite beauty gurus will agree with me. So, like I said, I hope this video was enjoyable and it was educational and helpful in some kind of way. This is just a Sephora's recommendation. So if you try these products, or if you just love these products the way I love these products, just let me know, and just let me know you get me, like you understand where I'm coming from, like you understand what I'm saying. So if you like this video, please let me know by liking the video, comment down below, and if you fucking with the videos, make sure you subscribe down to at the bottom to my YouTube channel. And thank you for watching. Have a good day.